Okay.
Of
So
course.
what do we remember about Zarya comp?
Right,
Not a
and then
lot.
have other people flank.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? I'm
Uh huh.
so proud of you,
While
man.
we're kiting,
So
then
proud of
two
you.
people come out of nowhere and they like give the enemy team back shots, and then we can thus further the team kiting come up forward when those two are diving their backline and distracting them.
Ryan, it's just like Doom Comp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that right?
It
Is
was
that right,
close. It
nigga?
was definitely
No,
it was accurate. It was
that
accurate.
was an accurate
Okay.
representation.
Majin, what's your understanding since you have a base understanding as well?
It's a rotation of what's it called? Aggression and kiting.
Yeah.
So it's like a sort of a water cycle, if you want to put it that way. It's just a cycle.
Mhm.
This, this nigga said what I said, but smarter. What the fuck?
If it works, it
Come
works.
on,
Okay.
man.
Well, maybe it'll
So
be a
here,
monkey
I'm
and
gonna
then
go over the basics now. So pretty much, we'll coordinate. We're blue team, they're red team. So let's
Can we be
say
black?
we're obviously on defense here, so they're going to be forced to move and attack onto us, and we're not changing the colors, right?
Hmm.
Meaning, there's always a direct focus, as we know. Like as since we run dive, we know there's always a direct initial target that we're looking to do, whether it's a specific character or a specific character's util. In which case, it's still technically a specific character that we're looking to force them to kite onto. So whoever that ends up being, let's say it's this guy, they kite. They disengage, and let's say this is Lucio with them. Lucio assists them with that. And while this fight is going on, the rest of these three need to disengage or kind of soft disengage, or find a different way of setting up, or a different area of setting up. So while they're disengaging, we then go ahead and look to have, let's say this is, let's say the comp that we're running is Soj, Genji, uh, Zar, Lucio, and Ana. That seems like a pretty sustainable comp for this. So while Zarya is kiting, Sojourn is looking for an off angle that she can go for uncontesting. And then Genji is looking to support the Ana while also waiting on an engagement opportunity just waiting on an engagement opportunity. And then now that we have separated ourselves a little bit, let's say that Soj went up here, Genji's over here, Ana's a little bit more back here. With let's just assume they take a little bit more space. Oh, the enemy recognized that Sojourn is now alone, so they move on Sojourn instead. This gives Sojourn the ability to kite, while then now Zarya and Lucio speed back in, and then these two move back in. And then it's the same if they decide to go on to these two. These people now kite, while this person now re-engages, while Zarya now re-engages with Lucio. Does everyone understand? I could explain, Madra, I'm going to explain your part in a second as well. Are there any questions so far? I know it looks a little confusing.
Wait. That's okay. Yeah, I get it. Never mind.
Yeah, you understand? Okay. Anyone that's less understanding? Ryan, you're not even on the screen.
I am.
Okay. John, you understand? We're good?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Josh, someone who wasn't really here when we were doing this, do you understand what I kind of trying to say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bro, I just saw Gene in comp, bro. He's not listening.
I'm not in comp.
Damn, dude. Fucking snitching.
I'm in the menu with Ryan.
He's lying like shit.
Okay.
Got that nigga lacking.
Let's go ahead and put that over
I
here.
need no
Be
action.
playing.
Bro had false evidence,
No.
false
Way to play
accusation.
that. Okay.
Hmm.
So now
March
to
is straight up fucking around in the
allow
practice
me to
range right
explain
now.
my Majin's interpretation of it, or at least the
Okay.
way he likes to view it. Ooh, why does it always go back to small? So let's say this is Zarya right here, and then you guys have a Reaper, because this is the comp that he normally talks about. This is all we need. This is all we really need to look at. And then they also have a big imposing force. They're running a brawl into us. So Zarya is now being told to kite. And then instead of this Reaper finding some form of off angle like we just discussed, one other way we could look at it is instead of finding that or taking a lot of extra time to re-engage, we could just instantly re-engage with that Reaper. While Zarya kites, Reaper's decision is to then go forward and utilize a Zarya bubble to re-engage that fight. kind of hitting them with instant force instead of that little bit delayed force that we would be looking to run with this example up here. Modern, I believe that is what you meant, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, and does everyone understands kind of what that means? That we don't need to direct always take a lot of extra time where we could just like instantly look to re-engage instead of and this is something that we could do off blade, something that if Genji wants to be instantly aggressive, like if there's an easy dive target, because we already the poke led to a lot of easy stuff. I wouldn't necessarily have our Sojourn doing it. Just Sojourn we want at range most of the time. But if we're going to be running Genji, if we're going to be running something like Mei, Sim, or something quirky like Echo, I think it's definitely Echo's or that player's job. So meaning Yek mainly, or even Tracer. If we want to do that more direct re-engagement, and not as much on the Sojourn or Soldier.
Or we get a DPS Kiri too.
Well,
Help with the
DPS,
dive.
it's definitely possible.
Yeah. Okay, she needs
But
to TP back to the team. We
I
have
did
Versa
only say Ana.
before.
I only said Ana just because it's kind of what I've seen work with it a lot.
Uh-huh.
Since we are recognizing that there are a lot of good teams and we don't really have the time to swap to one of you really learning Ana, we probably better off keeping it as Kiriko, as Ryan was saying. So it probably will be Kiriko, looking to just kind of support where is most needed. Well, and John, obviously you know that too.
And always saving TP to go back to the main team. So he goes in, let's say with Yek, does poke damage or whatever, and then immediately TP's back, and then Yek can come back too as well, because since he has dash saved, and thus going forward.
What are you saying?
He doesn't even know.
Nigga, did you not know what I said?
You were saying some mumbo.
Do you want the pen?
Okay,
Do
give
you
me the
want to
pen,
draw?
nigga.
Okay.
Just slide over,
Let
nigga.
me-
Okay, get all this mumbo jumbo off the screen,
Just
nigga.
avoid the corner.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, niggas and niggettes, I have the pen now. Let's say, okay, so enemy team right here. Well, King's Row. You know, like the thing on King's Row, hold on, like the dink,
Sure.
and the dink, that little like the library right here, the library, and then the hallway right here that goes up,
Are you talking about
and
second
the,
point?
yeah,
Let's
Yeah,
talk about
what are
second
we
point.
talking
and
about?
the
Middle,
middle right
middle
No,
of
here.
the
this
second
is
point.
this is
Middle of the
middle
second
second point.
It's the middle of second point of King's Row.
Does anyone not know where we are right now?
I get it.
If you
facing
Second point King's Row.
defending?
We're defending. We're defending.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. So we are the blue. Okay. Let's say I'm playing this corner, and then I have two other niggas behind me, and then I have somebody over here and somebody over here. Theoretically, right?
Theoretically.
If we're killing, okay, hold on. Let me make the red niggas. So they're coming up forward. Oh, I deleted them. If let's say we're running a queen comp, and all five of these niggas come forward and they try to come up here, and then we kite back. Let's say this is Kiri and Genji, just for frame of reference.
What the fuck?
She can theoretically, right, poke the back line with Yek, right? And then as we're kiting back, and let's say they use speed and rush already, and they try to go back for this Kiri, she can always TP back with us and stay grouped up with us, right? While the other DPS probably goes and retakes the Kiriko's angle again, and then vice versa, and then it kind of just switches after that. You get what I'm saying?
I kind of like that.
So you just want me to stay up top, though?
I mean, it can be with this comp. It could be whichever. If you want to play here,
Yeah.
over here, it really doesn't matter. It's both interchangeable. At least with the Kiri rotating around, she always has a way to get out with the main team. It's just about a matter of speed and efficiency with how this is going to be done. Because if Jean can like hit a headshot and then you go and swipe the kill, and then we can and then the three people right here can aggress forward onto the queen comp, let's just say, then that's like basically like a win-win fight for us. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get it?
Fine.
Y'all get it? Oh, I'm
I
racing.
think I get it.
Coach,
Yeah, I get it.
K's
I
on
don't sound
Valorant.
bad.
K's on
K's on
Valorant.
Valorant.
K is on Valorant. Why is K on Valorant? Kalen.
What do you mean? Kay's looking at the screen. I don't.
Yeah, he knows he's caught,
I see him-
but he's in
I
the middle
see
of a
him-
round, so he can't do it or
What
defend himself
do
right
you mean?
now.
I see him right now looking at
I see him
But
locked
y'all, but,
into
y-
a
but y'all,
round.
but y'all get what I'm saying, right? Like,
Sure. Let's go.
Now, why is Demar not watching either, though?
What do you mean? I'm literally looking at the screen.
Summer
What do
is gonna
you
be
mean?
horrible. No one is gonna
one's-
be able to call out anyone.
You're all black.
No, I'm watching.
Oh, I see Yak over there playing fucking Genji.
I'm literally not on Valorant.
Why are you drawing stars? Stop. Stop. Get off. No, get off the
No,
drawing. Go on MS
no,
Paint on your own screen if you want.
no.
Okay, so as Ryan was attempting to actually say, this is not easy. It's not easy for us to learn. It's not going to be, but it is the better alternative, I feel. If we can take all of our defense rounds very focused,
Just use white.
what?
Just use white.
Stop
Or
talking.
just hit
It's giving me
undo.
something to do. It's giving me something to do while I talk. So cry is all I'm gonna say. So what do we think some weaknesses of this comp could be?
Your mom.
Rush comp probably
Global
can.
management.
Okay. Okay. Damar, sorry.
Well, no, Yak was talking. Yak can say it.
I was gonna say Rush probably storms this if they're moving faster than us.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
For sure.
Okay. What else?
Bubble usage.
Bubble management. Fuck you.
Mm,
I can use my bubbles in a timely manner.
Okay.
And I hope
I
you had
need
a
bubble,
good
I need
start.
I
bubble.
trust Ryan.
Damn.
Does not bubble.
Wait.
Chew.
Bless
Okay.
you.
What about
You
some
just
strengths?
burp into a sneeze.
Like brawl, like slower brawl comps kind of get shit on.
Okay. So really just we seem pretty confident when running into a
I
dive.
think everybody in this comp is strong on their angles.
Okay.
You deleted it. No,
I didn't
No.
delete it. I didn't delete
Future-
it.
It's all the way down
Yeah,
there.
it's like down here or something.
nigga, what?
You heard me.
Control Z.
I refuse. No,
I
stop! Touch! Oh my God, Ryan! Stop touching the fucking screen.
My bad. Continue, Coach
Okay,
Ken.
so utilizing that knowledge on the weaknesses, what do we think we could do, or what are some things that we could look to do when running into those, like I guess a rush comp, as you guys have claimed?
Playing an angle where the rush characters can't necessarily get up to, so like high ground. If like most rush characters can't get up on high ground, so if you're holding a good angle that they can't just storm you, then it kind of ends up screwing them because who are they gonna rush?
Mm-hmm. And the initial setup of where we want to hold, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that kind
Yeah,
of is
yeah,
part
yeah,
of it.
yeah, I understood. I'm just making sure that I'm just re-explaining it so that people that probably didn't understand exactly what you meant, like Ryan, every so often.
I understood.
Yeah? What are we talking about?
I'm thinking if they have a
He was
plan, they're gonna
talking
execute
about.
it like first.
One
So I
second,
think
one
we.
second. Abby's talking.
My bad.
No, Abby,
No,
keep
no,
on
no.
talking.
Abby, wait, hold that thought. Hold that thought, Abby. Ryan, come on. What were we talking about?
Okay, so Yek was talking about to hold an angle or the high ground that's not gonna get him stormed off real quick, you know.
Yeah.
So to prevent that, that would be the only con of
To
this
prevent
comp.
us holding high ground.
No, I'm saying that's the only con of this comp is if we're negated our position initially before we even start the kite.
Uh-huh.
hmm
Okay. Martin, go.
We can find that a lot of comps are gonna want to go first on this. This comp allows us to assess the situation to go second
Mm-hmm.
and take whatever utility they use first and throw it back onto them.
Mm-hmm. Yep. As well as another way to go into the rush is like, yes, obviously we want to have our initial setup, like Yek mentioned, to be fairly solid, but then there's also the factor of the direct re-engagement. Instead of we look to have that one-person kite, we just re-engage initially. We don't need. We could just go right back into the fight utilizing our bubbles and our own util. Meet pressure with pressure. Sometimes it could be successful depending on how we play, if we play it correctly. Obviously, we'd look to be a little bit more baity about how we want to handle that, and if we recognize that they are running like that JQ rush, like if Marist is running something like that, we'd probably play a little bit more condensed, and probably already, and by condensed I mean I didn't use that word correctly, Play a little bit more defensive. Yeah, that makes a little bit more sense. So instead of like being positioned close to them or on close corners, let's go back to Kings Row. Decent example.
Yeah.
So we got this is the main gate, this is the statue, and over here is hotel, and then we got that window up here. Everyone could see this. Instead of positioning again, like you said, we're on defense. Instead of positioning up here, we'd position maybe something more around these lines. Oops. Yeah, we'd position a little bit more back around statue and set up around here and around the statue instead of playing close. It gives us the opportunity to see what they want to do, see if they want to go up here, and then set up for that, or if they want to go down main, or left or right of main. Gives us a little bit of time, like again, like Majin just said, to allow them to play first and then react off what they want to do, while constantly adjusting our positions. So it's like, let's say they go ahead and take that far left like we have, or no, far right like we have. We'd want someone to go ahead and hopefully try to meet them here while we have one re-engage from behind. And now we want to look to cut off their angles and figuratively surround them again. Any questions?
No.
No?
Nope.
Okay.
like-
Any other comments?
Not really.
Your mom is fat.
Oh, okay.
God damn. Wide.
Okay. If there's nothing else really to be said, then we should.
Are we doing a scrim tonight, or
No,
are
we
just
can't.
running to our comp?
They died.
Yeah,
One
the scrim
comp.
got canceled, so that's why we're doing this instead.
Oh.
Oh. Well, it's necessary and it's a practice. So now I'm actually going to suggest some of you guys go into comp now.
No.
Those
What?
of you that can group together.
I'm too high for you guys.
And do you want to join?
Is it right?
Yek is. You guys can queue with
Yek
Yek on
is
my
too
account.
fucking black. Yek's like, I get top 8 and then I don't touch the game ever again.
This is.
I don't even know where this nigga Yek had the time to play the game to get top 8, bro.
Well, because he just.
I have
Came in at
never
8
seen.
a.m.
I have never seen Yek in this room